5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we're on live. Surprise.
People of Earth, we are back in broadcast range.
Here's the surprise look.
No way.
Greetings. Welcome to season 4, almost into season 5 of IFB Into Fleet Broadcasting. I'm New York Pete. This is my best friend, Chris the Tipsy Toaster.
Finger guns,
and baby. There you go, baby. We want to thank you for tuning into our news and pop culture sci-fi entertainment channel. Full disclosure, Chris and I grew up on 70s and 80s TV, movies, comic, cartoons, and we're big Battlestar Galactica fans. So welcome to our corner of the universe, everyone. And we got guests for you. We got John 1 waiting. We got announcements. We got all kinds of cool stuff going on. We're going to do some updates, and let's toast to the fans, Chris, and then I'll do a roll call.
Are you ready for the hang on, I gotta get ready so we don't get to pop it anymore. So I'm ready.
All right. Oh, that's right.
So welcome. We're switching over from the Chris sponsored beer to the Chris sponsored coffee.
Not quite,
but close enough.
Quite.
So we have a new
affiliate
affiliate
program. Yeah.
So we, if you want to buy some good coffee, we have a company that we'll put up here in a second and talk about them. But it's called Merlin Munchies Coffee. Tonight's coffee on the Tipsy Toaster end is. Hang on. You've got what do you got? Columbia. Single origin Columbia coffee. Pete
excellent.
Is a non-flavored coffee kind of guy, and I am a flavored coffee kind of guy.
Excellent.
And I have the hazelnut hippies.
And
I'm telling you, it smells amazing. It smells like hazelnut. So we don't normally get to pop the top. In this case, I'm just going to do the.
Yeah,
there we go.
That's right. Boom.
Oh, that's hot.
Careful.
And we you don't want to get another. It is as dark as my Cylon soul, so
that's right.
I had to make sure I brew it nice and strong.
Okay, so be careful how you handle that, or we'll get another.
This could be dangerous. Before we were worried about getting our keyboard sticky with the beer, but now I'm worried about burning myself and going to the hospital.
Yeah, no, you're not. Just be careful. It's really not hot. He's just kidding, folks.
It's hot.
And we're not going to get another strike against us for. Oh, look at that. What is it? Does it smell like?
Oh, it smells like hazelnut.
Nice.
Smells amazing.
Okay, well, I'll tell you, mine smells amazing, guys. So I got this direct in the mail. It tells you the date that they actually packaged it, which is really, really cool. And we get a bit of there's a kickback for all the sales that you do.
You got to order it from our Linky thingamabobber there.
Right.
And we'll put that up later on as well, and that does it from there. So if you want to get some coffee, and it's easier to ship than beer, evidently, because we couldn't ship beer out. So this was our best bet for an affiliate. So
yep, we get a small kickback, and it
we'll
helps.
Put that up again after the show.
Yep,
and it's Merlin Munchies. Don't order just from Merlin Munchies. Use the code.
No. You got to order from this. And we get a little bit of something back. So thanks, guys. If you like flavored coffee, or just plain, or the dark roast.
I'll tell you the flavored coffees. I've got more. I've had these already.
Yeah,
I'm talking like.
Slow down, man. How much?
Who's sleeping tonight? We're not sleeping tonight. We're going 6 hours. 6 freaking hours. We're gonna do
it. We actually met them at New York Comic Con. I think it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
And we finally got our affiliation authorized, And so it helps with all the expenses with the vmix and all the platform and all the other things that we have going on here, guys. So if you like coffee, it's great stuff. We're drinking it, and
don't worry,
it helps the program.
The Tipsy Toaster is also prepared for. So we'll do our toast, and then
Okay.
we'll discuss the Tipsy Toaster stuff.
All right.
So anyways,
Well, yes.
as we
here's
always
to-
do, we really want to thank you for being here, either live or in Memorex. We want to thank you for being fans. We want to thank you for keeping the faith.
Yes.
Those people, whatever fandom you are involved in, whatever books you follow, whatever books you write, whatever things that you do to create is amazing. Keep it up. And this is for you, because the fans fuel the fleet.
Fuel the fleet. There you go, guys.
Can't chug these either.
And if you guys
Ready?
remember,
There we go. Can't chug them anymore. That's
listen,
really
Tipsy
good. But you know
Toaster-
what really makes this, which is going to make this better?
Oh boy!
Yeah.
If
yeah.
you guys,
Yeah, we're going to be set now. So it's going to make this a lot better.
if you guys remember season 1, we used to drink coffee on. Whoa! What the hell are you doing?
Spicing it up.
You made like half of the cup.
No, it wasn't half. It was just a couple of glugs. Oh my. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yes,
That's
I'm gonna see
really good.
your eyes are gonna glaze over
No,
100%
that's really good.
by tonight. Watch that, because you're gonna catch it, guys. Whether you watch it live or on on film. Yeah, George G is in the house. Chuck is in the house. John, Paul, Kim,
Oh my
and
gosh,
let's see
that's
who
good.
else. Lola. And let me see.
They can't
I
go to
don't
work and use
Oh,
that.
Professor Patton is with us. Scott Good is with us. Yay! All the regulars. Trina is with us. Hey, Bert Oliver Bulmer, award-winning sci-fi author and a past guest co-host is on with us. And let me see. I want to make sure I get Jared is with us. Thank you, Jared. Mike
Not
DeBrune.
from Subway.
Good. Susan is with us. Dave. Hey, Dave Turnbull. Thanks for tuning, man.
Hey, Dave.
Thanks, buddy.
I just saw it.
Yep.
We were just messing around, going through some stuff today. I saw his card.
Oh, yeah. Kim. Fran. Super fan Fran. Greetings, guys.
Wow, we got
Ready,
everybody
Fran.
tonight, huh?
Yeah, Susan. Thank you,
The
everybody. for
13th
joining.
tribe is trying to reach out to contact us.
That's right. There is a bunch of others on here. I bet you Mediocre Modelers on here as well. I can only see part of and some of you, but thanks for joining us live, guys. Appreciate it. And thank you to everybody that watches this later. We've been blessed that sometimes our recorded, archived show, our rerun show, upwards of 30,000, 40,000 views. Thank
Crazy
you very,
people.
very much. Yes, crazy thanks. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. And this is Interfleet Broadcasting. You know that we try to bring some of, the best that's out there. And we are, when we speak of, the shows, the classic shows, 70s and 80s and modern stuff as well. And BSG, of course, the Tipsy Toaster, Chris and I, we actually grew up on this like most of you did. Right? Most of you diehards that are on here, you watched this stuff when you were kids. You watched it back in the day. We didn't just watch it now and want to talk about it because we just saw it last week. We saw it back 40 years ago, right? We lived it, and we bring our own spin to things. And one of them is, of course, our grounding in Battlestar Galactica. So with that said, those of you that are followers, you know that we have a fan film that we made called The Stranded Warrior, and man, we just won another award. So we're in 6 film festivals internationally, and
Just for the trailer.
just for the trailer.
Yeah.
Just for the trailer. And yesterday we announced that we won. We are now officially in another international film festival, just the trailer. So the idea is that we are getting the word out. We're getting the Battlestar word out. So people that have never seen Battlestar Galactica are watching part of that universe now around the world again. And in some places, they probably never even saw the original or the new one.
Right.
So we're getting the word out, and we're winning some awards, and we want to appreciate, send a word of
That's our
appreciation.
mantra. You want to read that motto thingy?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, that is something that we are we're very proud of. And if you give me a second, Tipsy, I will
Caught you
definitely.
flat-footed finally.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And I did want to mention that we have really, really great news when it comes to the quiz book. Those of you that have been following closely, you know that we have unofficial, unauthorized BBV, IFB, the Ultimate Battlestar Galactica quiz book, an essential test for any true fan, brought to you by Dr. Chris McCauley, myself, and Chris Moore. And we have an introduction by none other than Lorette Spang. The enhanced copy is now available at the BBV site, and we added some extra things to it. So those of you that did get one, the publisher will be sending out the updated version to you, and Amazon will have the actual ebook and the hard copy up probably, I think it's in the next 2 weeks. We will be available on Amazon as well. So right now it's still the enhanced and advanced copy, but it's an enhanced copy. That's the same one that'll go to Amazon, and it's the version, an electronic version. So it's out there for you guys. We worked on it some more. We added some other things to it to just energize it a little bit more. We're very, very proud of the book itself, and we're blessed with the fact that Lorette Spang wrote the intro, and she's going to be on IFB to talk a little bit about Battlestar Galactica and everything else that she's been doing, along with the fact that she supported our work, and very, very grateful for that. And so it's a treat, right? We're trying our best to keep things alive and well and healthy. Unfortunately, right, the news was that the new Battlestar Galactica on Peacock that was supposed to happen was canceled a little while ago. You all should know about that already, but we're doing our part. We're going to try to. Oh, there it is. Yes, excellent. That's so the BBV. This that is up live now is the enhanced version. So that's what if you're going to get anything, if you haven't gotten it yet, this, my friends, this is the new one. This is the enhanced, and it's been updated.
Pictures in it.
Yeah. It's really, really cool. So I'm like really, really stoked about it, and we this is what part of what we believe in. We actually wrote this together. It came from the Tipsy Toaster, and I was privileged enough to help, kind of add just a little bit more to what I'm about to tell you. And with your help and support, we want to keep Battlestar Galactica a living and energized franchise that continues to inspire us and others to create new and exciting works that we can all enjoy together, and at the same time bring new sci-fi fans into the world of Battlestar Galactica and beyond. So more than fans, we are creators that drive the narrative, and we hope you do the same in your own way. So that's a little part of what we believe in and why we do this. You know us, and we're big sci-fi fans, right? And Battlestar Galactica made this happen. I am here talking to you because of Battlestar. If it wasn't for that, I would have never met the Tipsy Toaster, right? Chris and I wouldn't have become best friends. We wouldn't have made a fan film. We wouldn't have written a quiz book. It's all because of our love for Battlestar Galactica. And let's face it, this is not unique, right? There are Star Trek fans that do all kinds of things. There are Star Wars fans out there that do all kinds of things. There are fans from all different type of shows and genres and things, and they get out there and they've had I think in a different way. I don't want to say easier way because their numbers are not, but they've been vocal over the years, a lot more vocal than we have on what their successes have been, what their shows have done for them. And trust me, everybody should know that I am a big original Star Trek fan. I am a fan of Kolchak the Night Stalker. Right, I am also a Star Wars fan. I was in the 501 for 6 years in the Empire City Garrison. So I'm a big sci-fi fan, but my love and joy when Battlestar Galactica came out was BSG, the original, and it's done. Look at all the things it's done for us, and so our fan film, which is a major, it's a real big accomplishment, and we wanted to make sure that we gave everyone, as many people as we could, a chance to show off talents, right? Showcase what we're about. And, good or bad, we may be the only champions holding, the flame of Galactica out there for now. And we're going to do our best to keep it going. We're proud to say that with all the help, you guys that actually helped our Kickstarter campaign to get the Stranded Warrior going, these wins, these laurels, these victories, these festivals that we're in, guys, it's a victory for all of us.
Yes.
I mean, all the fandom in general, but you guys especially that worked, that came out, that were involved. We've been interviewed by an online magazine, and they're doing a special on us. So as soon as we get the date for the release, we will let you guys know. It'll be up on our page, on our social media, and they're doing an exclusive, including front cover coverage with an original story that our very own Dr. Chris McCauley wrote in the timeline of the Stranded Warrior, is all part of this release that's coming out. And I am humbled by it, not to mention, I mean, we have our name on a quiz book with Lorette Spang, which, my 12-year-old self would be very happy.
Oh, yeah. You ready for this?
Yeah. Go for it.
Just quick peek. I just downloaded
Okay,
it.
what are you doing? Take that down. We got to get the book to
Just
get that.
downloaded
What's
it.
the matter with you? Oh my God, you have no control, no self-control. Chuck is with us. Thank you, Chuck, for joining and all the work that you've been doing. Let's see. I know that Chris Marshall might be out there as well. Thank you, and Dorian. Dorian's been out there doing a lot of good work for us. And Charlene is here with us. Thank you. It's Gav is here. Thank you. Yes, Baz is watching from down under. Good day to you, Baz. Morning, Mike, Lola, Paul. Thank you. Yeah, Biker Scout. That's right. I was a Biker Scout in the 501. Let's see, Mike DeBrun remembers those days. Yeah, FYI, Trailer Electrics started this week. Auto Electrician will be completing the install tomorrow. Congratulations, Baz. Thank you for tuning in
Got my
from
coin still.
Australia. And you got your coin?
Yeah. It's up on the shelf over there.
I don't want to shame you because I have mine handy.
Oh, you have yours handy? Mine's on the... mine was on the shelf.
I am
over
number 33. There you go. Bam. So, yes, supporting Baz. That is a Mark II 1-to-1 scale Viper.
there. Baz, we
and
talk to whoever did that for you. We kind of interested in making our own, so...
Yeah, the coins are awesome. So,
cool.
Guys, it's everything is just really cool. We are stoked that Dr. McCauley has joined us and our crusade here, our science fiction Battlestar Galactica crusade, and then some. So, as an executive producer on The Stranded Warrior, he's bringing a lot of talent and resources, and we truly appreciate it. Dr. McCauley's also a creative producer here on IFB, and he's working with a lot of our projects. We have other things in the making in terms of, films and the like. So stay tuned for that, guys. But I am so happy and I'm just ecstatic that the Stranded Warrior is doing so well. We're going to be coming out with a new poster. Thank you to Chris Marshall and a little bit of help from Chuck. So we have a new official movie poster that'll be out. And then, we have the rough cut of the Stranded Warrior, and we're working on CG and the special effects. Tipsy Toasters at the tip of the spear and all that, and along with the team. And it's just looking great, guys. I mean, the talent that we had involved all around is incredible. Thank you. And I think John 1 might be in. Excellent. All right, so I talked enough. Let's get John 1. He's got an update for us. Hey, John, what's up, buddy?
Hey, guys, what's going on? How's things?
Oh,
Good.
Congratulations. I was looking at the coffee thing. I want to get you making me crazy and
Yeah, it's making me crazy.
Pecan pie in the sky.
I had the pecan pie in the sky.
Yeah.
I've got.
How was that?
I haven't had it yet. I haven't opened it up yet.
Oh,
So those will be as we go through the things. But yeah, the hazelnut hippies is definitely a winner for me.
isn't that? Yeah, the little wizard's fighting everything. He's fighting like a pumpkin man,
Yep.
a centaur,
And they've got
Cyclops.
there's a whole story behind it. There's a whole video behind it. So
audio. Yeah, they have an audio book.
an audio
Right?
book.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you once you buy with your first order or something like that, there might be like once you join up, right? Because obviously they expect that you're going to enjoy it so much that you're probably going to come back and get more. So you sign up, and then once you reach a certain level, it's pretty low. They will send you the audio book for free, so you could listen to the history of what how they made this.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, you weren't with us. Were you with us when we met them at New York Comic Con or not?
I don't know if I went to that one. I missed the last one.
No, it was the one
There's
before, but they may have sold out by Sunday.
Yeah,
I think they may have sold out because we met them on a Saturday, and it was going like it was like they were giving sandwiches away for free or something, because it was just we barely had time to talk to them, and we're lucky that we got the affiliation because they are hot. They go to all the conventions, and it's good stuff, man. I mean, it really is good coffee. So if you're into it, I'm drinking the Columbia now, and it's really good.
The link's going to be on the website, right? So
Yep.
just go to the website and see the link. Cool.
Or on the Facebook page. We'll drop it up on the Facebook page again.
Oh yeah,
Awesome. All right.
Where you can go back and rewatch this and scan the one Pete has in his hand. Everybody ready? Scan. Hang on. Wait. Wait. You can scan now, everyone. 5, 4,
3, 2, 1.
1.
Okay.
Still haven't got my phone on.
John, you got a good deck for us, man. You got a bunch of stuff going on.
Coming.
Yeah, and we have
surprises.
good guests too. So cool.
Yeah, cool guys. They're very cool. We'll go there on. All right, so we got some good stuff for you. Another remake flies into theaters this Friday. The Crow.
Oh boy.
It's about two lovers. One's past comes to catch her up, and they're killed by her past. And the man comes back alive to seek revenge on the people that killed him and his girlfriend.
I think this was the one where Bruce Lee's son was killed, right?
Yep, the original Crow was when Jason Lee was killed.
I read something on this just the other day that they're not allowing guns on the set.
Nope. And they're being very careful. I guess the Rust episode really woke people up. So
yeah, that's right.
Everyone getting killed. So Bill Skarsgård plays the Crow, who also did another remake, It, and he will be reprising his role as Pennywise in the upcoming series Welcome to Derry, coming out HBO Max this fall. We'll hear about that later on when it comes out. So a 3-peat for him. So, well,
when you're hot, you're hot.
Yeah, he likes it. He likes the remakes. The remakes are good. Say his name 3 times, and do not. No, it's not Candyman. Beetlejuice. Michael Keaton is back with some of the original cast, directed by Tim Burton. Haunting theaters September 6th. It should be fun. The first one was pretty funny, creepy, weird. This seems like the same one. A couple of original characters back, and it should be pretty funny. So that's coming out September 6th.
I was just watching a show with Michael Keaton in it on Netflix. It was the he's He's a hitman with a memory he's losing his memory. I can't remember the name of it. It's pretty good so far. I haven't got to finish it yet.
I saw it just came out, right?
It just came on the Netflix or Netflix or Prime, one of the two. I can't remember.
Oh, wow, I gotta take a look at that.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I want to see that. And Netflix has a new series coming out August 29th called Chaos. It's a darkly comedic and contemporary reimagining of Greek mythology, exposing themes, gender politics, power, and life in the underworld. Jeff Goldblum playing Zeus. It's an all-star cast. It's supposed to be, a dark comedy. So it looks pretty funny and good. He's always good in shows. So he's got that quirkiness about him. So he'd be a good Zeus. Check it out.
I was thinking chaos more along the lines of Get Smart, but
Get Smart. No.
now we're dating ourselves
by this much. Also on Amazon, The Rings of Power season 2 is back. Sauron is making his rings. From what I hear, the second season is going to be pretty good, action packed. Maybe we all hope. We can all hope.
Okay, whatever you depends on what you consider action packed. But go ahead.
Well, action packed is if I stay awake the entire episode and I have to wake up and rewind it.
If it goes beyond waste of time, then it's action packed.
It's usually okay. Next series, but I got high hopes. We'll see. They spent $1 million budget on this thing, so hopefully the second season will be good. That's on August 29th. Is
this the final season or not?
No, they paid so much money. They have like 7 seasons coming.
Oh, those poor people.
Really great. They can only get better. Can only get better, right? Hopefully.
You can only lose so much money.
Well, they already spent it like over $100 million for like 7 seasons. But whatever. And the next one had so much potential. I was so happy to look for this thing. A new series of Star Wars, getting really cool. But the haters, the people, whatever it is.
That shows you the fandom can really kill something.
Yep. Fandoms make the shows. People that are not into shows, not the fandoms, doesn't do good. So, no Darth Plagueis, and I was right about Yoda. Can't believe that. I was like, ugh. But that was the last season episode, and Rest in the Force.
I missed that one. What's up with Yoda?
Well,
he keeled over?
No, he was in the last episode. You see him as he opens the door, see Master Yoda, he's just sitting there. I'm like, oh.
That's right.
Why did he put him in there? How old is Yoda? So, but any consolation, Andor is filming in Scotland as well as the second season of Ahsoka, and plus the Mandalorian is being filmed too. So that stuff's made by fans, so that's gonna be good stuff. Sorry, that's the way I feel. Everyone knows. Fans make the good stuff. All right. So Paramount is still on the long march to bring back their classic monsters, and I'm loving it. James Wan, the creator of Saw and the Conjuring series, he's in early talks to direct a new classic Universal property, Creature of Black Lagoon. There's going to be another remake, so a lot more coming. So if you don't have the comic, get the comic.
Ooh,
it's coming out. The small stuff's coming out. Real cool stuff. So that's going to be pretty good. He's in the early talks.
And froze. There we go.
Okay, we're back.
There was a hiccup.
All right. Oops. So that's what's coming out.
Sorry.
So let's see. Hope this happens. More robots killing kaijus. Part of a first look TV deal with Legendary Entertainment. Eric Heisler, who is from Shadow and Bone, is developing an origin story for Pacific Rim. Hopefully that comes out soon, maybe 2025, but that's going to be pretty good. And we'll keep you updated as we hear more. DC Animation has released a new animated movie out. Now Watchmen Chapter 1. There's now Chapter 2 coming out too. Check it out on your digital pay-per-views. That should be out now. They make good stuff. And consolation, James Gunn's new movie, Superman, just got filmed. It's all done. And he's given a whole year for the special effects people to work on the movie. So he's giving them time to make good stuff. That's pretty cool. And I went to the comic book store and I got some good stuff.
What'd you get?
Paramount is doing some good stuff now, so I had to add to it. I saw it and I had to get it. A little kink. Little guy, Frankenstein, and this is the black and white one, so it's a variant. So he's in black and white. So if you want to take pictures or anything, you can have them. And I guess people take their stuff and take pictures of it. I just want to collect and put it in my closet. Say mine. Also, another good comic book is out. Something from the past.
Ooh.
Oh, Galactor.
G-Force.
Yep.
Wow.
This is coming out strong. There's going to be more comic books. The G-Force is coming out, and this is the Galactor first one. This is Galactor number 1.
Wow.
Really awesome. Good comic. And it took like 70 years for this comic book company to come back, but it's finally back. ENC.
Ooh.
Crew Universe, the sci-fi one. It's like the old 50 ones. And it's there's some good stories and really good writers in here. I've hooked up to do this. So there's some good writing in here. And it's a little violent here, but it's good. This is the sci-fi one.
Nice.
And this one is, this is the horror one. So
Whoa.
there's the variant cover. So that's pretty cool. ENC Comics. Out now in the comics now. So
Wow.
really good artwork in there. And last but not least, I got my little card for Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con. Going there Friday. So I'll be meet my nephew there and doing some damage there. And T-6 to Dragon Con.
Dragon Con.
I'll be there Thursday.
Can't believe it's
with
only 6
everybody,
days
and,
away. I'm so unprepared.
We'll hook up and hopefully we can do some sightseeing, Chris. Maybe
Yeah, I
there's a
hope
lot
so.
of
And then
panels
I'm
there,
hoping to hear back from them in regards to who we're gonna, if they're gonna let us interview anybody, because they've gotten really strict on the interview policy. And before,
Yeah, what's up with that?
before you could, you could go up to Writer's Alley or Artist Alley and do an interview at their booth. And now they're like, we're going to kick you out if you do that. So now we can only interview the people they say we can interview. So kind of sucks. But we can interview fans, which is what we love to do anyways.
Yeah.
So
that'd be cool.
we'll be able to interview some fans and look at some cosplays and those kind of things. And then we'll do the parade for sure. So we'll have some fun. And then we'll meet up with everybody who's coming.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to try to get to the company that makes the mead every year. I want to go interview them.
Oh,
They always
that's
do a
good
special
idea.
mead every year. So that'll be
I'll go try
off
some.
campus, so at least we'll be able to get with that one. But yeah,
I'm
they
gonna
gotten
drink
really
some.
strict. I guess they don't want
Yeah.
people standing in the hall the
Yeah.
there's so many people there, you just can't stand and do an interview and people crowd around. It's a disaster. But there's so many people. So
It
I
is.
understand.
It's crazy. It's just no. You can't fathom. However, I discovered that the second biggest sci-fi comic book convention in the world is in Italy. It's in Lucca, Italy, and they get over 300,000.
Wow.
And they do not cater to outside. They don't, there's no advertising it in the United States. They don't have to advertise anywhere. They don't want any more people. But the insiders, so like artists, authors, whatever, obviously they're invited. They all go. The VIPs and the guests, they all know about that place. But the rest of us, we think San Diego's something. The biggest convention, though, is in Japan. So if Lucca gets over 250,000, imagine how many the Japanese have the once a year they have the biggest world, comic book, sci-fi, whatever convention. Lucca in Italy is the second, and then we are, the third with San Diego and New York and Dragon Con. So
Wow.
there you go.
I
Yeah,
speak a little Italian. Io pico italiano.
Let me tell you something, man. It is gigantic. The people that live in Lucca all leave. They rent out their homes, whatever. They just leave. They hate it. They don't want to be there. It's like a whole week, and it's totally insane. Like just it spills out of the convention center.
New thing on our bucket list. That along with Krampus.
Oh my! Well, Lucca, man, I'm telling you, it's. So you have a little command of the Italian because I mean they speak English everywhere.
Yeah, they do pretty good.
It's a crazy.
I can get myself through a car wreck. How's that?
Then you got it made. But I found out about it. I looked into it. I met some people that actually were there when it was going on, and they were like their minds were blown. And then I watched some YouTube and stuff, and it's just this is insane. It's the one of the biggest, the second biggest convention in the world, and we don't even know about
Where's
it.
Where in Italy?
Lucca. It's in Lucca.
Lucca, Italy. Lucca,
Yeah.
Italy.
Yeah. By the way, Oscar Gonzalez is on watching us live. Thank you for joining us, Oscar. Appreciate the support. Let's see who else. Looking forward to. Oh yeah, Eric, looks like Professor Patton's going to Dragon Con, and who else is Bert Oliver? I am hooking up with Bert Oliver Bomer at the L.A. Comic Con in October. So that's going to be some fun. And, we'll try to do a little bit of coverage. Never been to the LA Comic Con. Haven't heard back if we're getting a panel. I'd put in for a panel just for kicks to see if maybe they were going to, open it up to us. Still don't know. John, I didn't get my tickets yet. I bought tickets, right even before I was on that VIP list. I didn't get them yet, but I guess any day now I'll be getting my tickets. I got Saturday tickets for New York Comic Con.
Yeah, Saturday was sold out. I couldn't touch it.
Okay. Yeah. They got some good guests coming in, so that looks interesting.
Dragon Con is not sold out. They never will be because they never stopped selling tickets.
That's insane. And Chiller Theater Expo, I have my tickets. I'm going.
I sent out my tickets too for that one. I had that in the mail. Send it out.
It's going to be great. Oh my God. And the guests, they have a lot of good guests from 70s and 80s. Chris is going in he's going to drink even more of the flavored coffee from Merlin, right? I have mine Colombian, and I have a double. Medium roast, small batch.
Professor Patton will be at meet there at ChillerCon. It was nice seeing him again. I'll see him next week at Dragon Con, so we'll get together.
Yeah, that's cool.
Good
That's
panels.
really, really
really
cool.
cool panels. I think the Thursday night, Friday night's a good panel at 7:00, like 80s and 40s.
I'm going to go storm the Cylon panel.
There is one.
Because I already read the write-up on it. I'm like, you don't know nothing.
What time is that?
I have to look again, but yeah, there's a Cylon panel.
George just told us that Lucca, Italy is in the Tuscany region of Italy. There you go.
Good wine and food.
Yeah, so imagine that. It's like 4 or 5 day convention, and it spills out. It's all over the city. There's
the Lucca and Comics Festival is an annual comic book gaming convention that has been running for over 50 years. Since 1966, the event is currently the largest comics festival in Europe and the second biggest in the world.
Is that insane? How could we not know? We're just, stupid Americans. It's like, come on, man. How could we not know that the second biggest con in the world is in Italy? Because they don't need anybody else to go. They got enough people. They got enough issues, dealing with all those hundreds of thousands of people. They don't need any more.
I don't see anything on here about getting tickets. I see all the advertising, but there's nothing listed about tickets.
No, dude, they do not add. For you to get tickets, you have to go into an Italian website. You have to follow the Italian version.
Website.
Yeah. Otherwise, getting tickets is extremely difficult, and some people don't even get them because it's not only in the venue; it's all throughout the city. There's tents, and people have vendors are outside of. They're all over the city. They're everywhere. It's like you walk down the streets and it's like...
I have a contact at the press office.
Oh, sounds like we might be doing a trip to Italy, John one.
Hey, bueno. When in Italy.
Excellent. So you realize, John, that you are now a part of a multi-winning movie in the film festival circuit. Right, so we got another award just for the trailer. That's not even the regular movie, but Stranded Warrior trailer is making its way around the world. So Dubai and India and UK and Spain, and it's just traveling around, man. And there's more to come, right? There's more.
Yeah, when that movie comes out, it's gonna be more and more.
Oh heck yeah! So. Wow. Yeah, so cool. And obviously, you were a part of this. And so, we want to make sure that everybody is up to speed. We want to thank everybody that supported the Kickstarter. This is where we wanted to be a little earlier. It took us a little bit of time. The rough cut is ready, and so we're making our way to the release. We're going to have a new poster up too, so watch for that. And that's going to be entered in some contests as well. So the word is going out. Oh, heck yeah. Wait till you see it. It's
Poster's
really
pretty cool. I saw it.
Email
You
sent.
saw it.
See if we can get press passes.
Beautiful.
Oh, what?
I'm not
Not
holding.
Not to this year.
Hmm?
This year?
I'm just asking about press passes if they give them out. See what happens.
Okay, see what happens, because we're not going to be able to get this year. This year's coming up real quick.
March. Yeah,
Oh, it's March of 2025?
I think so. It was March of 2024 last year.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
March
It's March
of
2025.
2025 next year.
I don't know. John, you better start packing bags, man, because I think we're going to Italy next year.
Yeah, try.
John,
I need
you
a vacation.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you got to put in for your some leave, man. You hooked us up with a set of
Oh, I
authors.
take that back. October and November of 2024.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah,
'cause
we're
I
not gonna
looked
be
at
back
it.
that one. I won't get
We're
my.
not
I won't
gonna
get my. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I have to.
So
get,
find
I
out.
have to
Look,
get all sorts of. I have
clearance.
to permissions to go.
Yeah. So, but who knows? For next year, maybe we do that instead of some of the cons we're doing this week. As a matter of fact, before we introduce our authors, there is the Long Island Doctor Who convention,
Yes.
and it's
Who?
this weekend. That's right.
Who?
The Doctor. The Doctor.
Who?
The Doctor.
Which doctor? Doctor Who?
Correct.
Who?
So, the Doctor, and so that's this weekend. And I'm not sure. Did you get a response back from their people?
Yeah, I forwarded email. They wanted to know who we wanted to interview, so I had to send a.
Yeah,
You wanted to
I had to do that for.
Are you going, John?
I might go Saturday. Like Saturday, I'll probably go up and
Doctor
I'll
Who?
send her.
Just send it out. Grab whoever you think and send it out and
Okay.
see if you get anybody. And then use your phone.
Okay.
Right?
I'll put a quick thing. I will do a quick video of it.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Yeah, man. All right. So I'll take a look and see if I don't know that I can promise that I can go. I think I might be decisively engaged. But yeah, the Long Island Doctor Who convention is on this weekend, and this weekend
yeah, I like that
being
one.
what is the 24th and 25th of August. It is very well known in the Whovian circles, and they have a top-notch guests. Dr. McCauley said that if you're going, John, let me know, and he will get he'll make some introductions for us to get some interviews with some of the top-notch names that are there, because he'll pick up the phone and he'll take care of that for us. So we'll coordinate. In the meantime, you got us some authors, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, so they're waiting. We got them in the green room
Patiently, by the way.
Patiently.
Yeah, they're
that's
very-
right.
You
they're very
can see it on their
patient coming on the
faces in the
show,
back end.
so-
They're just really.
Very happy.
Yeah. No, it's cool. They military sci-fi. That's their thing.
There's the only one kind.
That's right. Well,
Military sci-fi.
there's other kinds, but we don't acknowledge those. So there's a set of books that they came out with. J.J. Crahill, and you'll be surprised when we get them on.
Jay.
Because yes, it's Jake and Jared. It's not. I mean, J.J. Crahill. You just assume it's one person. Never assume. And so the guys will come on. We'll talk to them. We'll find out. We'll get the scoop on
Awesome.
why and where and how and tell us about the series. We'll use the usual questions, and we'll
I'm
see
ready
where
whenever you
that
are.
takes us. Yeah. So, John,
They got
thank you.
Cool series. Yeah. So
Thank you very
Looking
much
at it.
for hooking it up. And
My pleasure.
all right, guys, I think it's that time. Let's bring on Ilios J.J. Crahill series. Welcome,
Hey, guys.
welcome, gentlemen. How are you?
Great. Yeah, thanks for having us on. Yeah, great to be here.
Absolutely. So it's obviously the JJ hides a little bit of the mystery of there's the two of you. Are you cousins or are you brothers?
Best friends. Grew up next door to each other from the time we were little kids.
Oh, that's cool.
I love it. all right, so that begs the question. Now, you guys have created multiple novels in the world that you guys have. When did that happen? Was it, like you've been friends since you were little? You got to walk us through how this happened.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, sounds like we grew up a lot the same here, Pete. Grew up on sci-fi, comic books, fantasy books, all those sorts of things. Exact same thing, right? Doing it from the time we were little kids, drawing our own maps, writing our own stories, playing video games together, the whole 9 yards, trying to do some comics, all of it. But really, it's only been maybe the past 5 years that we finally sat down, into our 40s and said, we've had all these ideas for so many years. Maybe we should do something about it. So we finally got organized and put together our first book. Took us, 2 years to really get that one to the point that we felt pretty good about it. Went to some writing conventions. One of our favorites here in Utah, it's called LTUE, Life, the Universe, and Everything. It's a little nod to Douglas Adams, right? So, but it was started, I think, back in the early '80s by Orson Scott Card, Writers of Entergame, who started it at BYU, a local university here. So we went to that, polished our craft a little bit, and came up with Helios, the first book in our series here. And then over the last 3 years, we've put out the 2 sequels to it, Triton and Hera. So we have a completed trilogy.
Wow. So that's something that you guys formulated not too long ago. So first of all, why Helios, which is, sun in Greek? Why Hera? Why Triton? What is the significance of choosing those names for the books?
They cover kind of either a place or a character in each of the books. So Helios takes place in kind of a floating city. So we were thinking, it's up in the sky, kind of like the sky god going across the sky and then setting. But that was just the name that the colonists in the book called their city, because it was up in the sky, and they had to go up there to escape the threats down on the planet itself.
Cool. And then Hera is what's the link with Hera then?
Yeah, so the first book, Helios, like Jared said, takes place in this floating city named Helios. Second book, Triton, they end up having to find a little bit of a secret location on this planet that they've inhabited for a while, and end up finding a different location. So it's kind of the secret that they have to discover in the second book. And then in the third book, they are faced with a threat. And, Hera, kind of that goddess, Zeus's angry wife that's constantly causing problems, killing off her competition, such things. So we've got a threat in the third book that's the secret that they have to uncover. So, the 2 main characters, this is a throwback to classic sci-fi, right? We were both raised on this kind of stuff. So lots of aliens, lots of guns, lots of fighting, zero romance.
Excellent. All right, cool.
Lots of explosions.
All right, guys. So then, why this and not, how did you choose, to go down this path and maybe not just do something like, like The Expanse, like right, out in space, just, spaceships and aliens. This is really a lot more, grounded on, there's, like you said, there's like the city and there's a lot of this human element in it. What drove you to do it the way you did?
Yeah. I'll go. So the first book I ever remember my parents giving me sci-fi book was Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. Growing up a Mormon kid in Utah, right? That was, he was well known. He was our guy. So that was the very first book I started with. And then some of the other ones I really liked, Edgar Rice Burroughs, all the John Carter Mars books, a lot of those ones. So our book, we really want to focus on character-driven science fiction, right? So it's, it's action, it's adventure, it's guns, it's aliens, it's the whole thing. but really that character-driven version where hopefully our readers can really connect with our characters. So we have two main characters. One, Sammy, she's raised in a militant society there, one of the floating cities, where she's been trained to fight, but then her family won't let her, so she kind of has to escape that and go find her own way. And then we have Devin, who's a bit of an awkward engineer, more the intellectual type, who he's the one that discovers a threat that's going to bring down these floating cities, and they kind of make this unlikely combination of friends that they get thrown together, and then they have to go discover what's going on, fight their way through. They go down to the surface of the planet, some things like that, have to fight the alien species there and things. But I think just a lot of both our backgrounds in reading science fiction has really been a lot of that character-based, character-driven action-adventure sci-fi. We both love some big space opera, right? Like David Weber, that writes a lot of that big military sci-fi space opera, ships shooting each other across the stars, things like that. Both big fans of things like that. But I think this book, for me at least, is a throwback to my childhood. Like, what you guys talked about, those movies and those things that that really speak to your soul, right? Like, that's what this is for me, is that throwback to that, just that comfort level of childhood in movies that I watched, books that I read, comic books that we read together, all that kind of stuff. This is what really speaks to us. So we tried to put something in there that hopefully people connect with the characters. And in this version of sci-fi that we hopefully consider kind of that golden age of sci-fi in the 70s and 80s, right, that we grew up with, we hope our books kind of, fulfill that for other people. And when they read them, it's that memory of, oh man, all these things that I grew up with as a kid, this is what my imagination was, right? That's what it is for me.
Jared, I want you to tell me, and then Jake, you follow up. What, you don't have to tell me your number one sci-fi TV series or your number one sci-fi, or horror movie, but give me an idea of what was it that kind of, stays with you, that lingers, inspires you. And then the same thing, Jake, you follow up with the same question with you. What makes you tick?
Well, as far as movies, I remember seeing Star Wars in the theaters, and it kind of blew me away. So I've been a lifelong Star Wars fan. All through high school, I'd read all the Star Wars novels. Ender's Game was also a big influence. I remember that one. And growing up, we'd always trade books back and forth. So a lot of what Jake's read, I've read, and we keep each other entertained that way. Remember picking up even just Dungeons and Dragons kind of thing was kind of fun. Just growing up in that and making up our own games, making up our own universes, whether it's sci-fi or fantasy. I mean, we were always creating fun things or playing video games or fighting over how we should tackle a problem in a game or something. So always a fun time.
Yeah. Your Doctor Who convention. This guy is a huge Doctor Who fan from back at the time it was on PBS, right? So It was, as a young kid, I'm a couple years younger than Jared. It was the only time my mom would let me stay out late, is if it was Doctor Who on at 11 o'clock at night. And as soon as it was over, I had to run out the back door, hop the fence to my house, go into my house. But that was like my exception to curfew as a kid, was if Doctor Who was on at Jared's house, I could stay up late on Saturday night watching it on public television, and then it was right back home, right? So I remember that growing up as well.
All right, so who's your favorite Doctor?
Yeah, that's all you, huh?
I don't know. Baker, I think, is one of the Some of the new guys are pretty good, but I don't know who's the original for me.
Right there.
That's right, man. There you go. Right there.
With the jelly babies and everything. Oh, yeah.
Number one, Tom Baker, man. That's it. That's the Doctor. David Tennant is another great, right up there. And I'll tell you that, Matt Smith wasn't bad as well. And there's been a couple of others. But, I grew up with Tom Baker, watching that on Saturdays. In New York City, it was on Saturdays, like late morning afternoons usually. And I grew up watching, the Catching Tom Baker. So that's really cool. So you guys did, you gave it your all in terms of, the series, and book 1 of 3, you got the 3 out. But does it end there? Does it really end there, or where do you guys go from here?
Yeah. I'll tell you one great piece of advice we got from Larry Correia. I don't know if you've ever read any of the Monster Hunter International books that he's written. He's here in Utah. We were talking with him at FanX, and he said, don't start getting crazy on your books until you finish a complete series. Right? It's the curse of George R.R. Martin. Don't not finish a series for your fans. Don't be that guy that gets your show on TV and then it gets through 3 seasons and it dies, and and everyone's upset. So we really focused on making sure we had a complete trilogy, so that if our fans picked up the first one, they knew they were getting the second, they were getting the third. It completed the whole storyline. So that was big for us. We also have a set of short stories set in the same universe. So 4 distinct stories, just some short stories to introduce people to the world, our characters, the alien species in there, kind of the way that we write, and future set in the world. So like Jared said, it's a story of some, Earth settlers that end up on this foreign planet, centuries later kind of thing. So we have a prequel with a throwback to the original settlers and the original alien invasion. So that's next on this. So the 3-book trilogy, we got the short stories out, and next on the docket, it's a prequel. So we love the world that we built. The world building, like Jared said, it's got, foreign, floating cities up there that we've kind of put some good sci-fi into. The alien race that we've come up with, that we really enjoy. Some of the different cultures that sit on these different cities. I mean, a little bit of that Battlestar Galactica. You got the 12 tribes, the different groups. Not quite that, but similar in that, right? We grew up on that kind of stuff, so a lot of those themes are in there. But we got the prequel that we're coming up with, that original character that's really kind of the hero. That you get a glimpse into his life in these books, and then we thought, man, that's such a cool story. We just need to write his story. So next book in this is going to be the origin story of this character.
Wow, that's cool. Excellent scoop for IFB. So all right, so that's part of the big picture, which is really, really cool. So is there going to be audio books for your series or not?
Yep, working on it. We've talked to a couple different people. That's always the next step, right? How many of we can't tell you how many of our friends have said, "Hey, is it on audio? I only listen when I'm in the car." So so that's the next step. But
Yep,
if you
I
go
got
to
that one.
Yep, everybody knows it. If you go to Amazon, we've got the ebook copy and the print copy that you can order either one. To your fan in Australia, that they get there. It takes a while, but we've got a couple fans in Australia. But it'll get there. Yeah, audiobooks is definitely on our docket to get that done. It's the only way to go. So we're working on that as well. Yep.
Very, very cool. Dorian is with us, another award-winning sci-fi author who's also doing, he has a music talent. He's doing the original soundtrack for The Stranded Warrior, our fan film, and other projects. Dorian, thank you for joining us live. We got Jake and Jared Crahill that have put together this trilogy and then some. And now we're gonna talk a little bit about the last book that's on, as you scroll down Amazon, there's a book about Frank Redmond. What's going on here, man? What is this?
So I was just writing and figuring out what I wanted to do, and I had the idea, well, what if we had Westerns with magic? So my dad's a big fan.
Louis L'Amour.
Yeah, Louis L'Amour, they're all over his library. So I created this character, and I wrote, 15 or 20 short stories in this world of this lawman who has to deal with all these rogue magic users and crazy things like the undead or things people can get in trouble with magic.
Cool.
So it was just kind of a weird mixture of I guess we call it the arcane lawman. So he's got to take care of all of the wizards who break the law out in the Old West. So,
yeah. So if you're in a classic Western with a bit of a magical twist.
That's kind of cool.
Pretty cool. Yeah. Excellent.
Yep.
All right. So, all right, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, I was just curious, what kind of, for a lot of the space battles and things like that, did you do any research, or did you read any books, or did you find, what things did you have to look up, or what things did you have to use to create your universe? Did you have just come straight out of your brain, or was there other things you kind of looked at and said, hey, I need some information on this, or I need to hit the Encyclopedia Britannica, which is nobody else around here ever knows what that is. But back in the day when we had to find out information, we always went to the encyclopedia, the library, and went through the Dewey Decimal System. Did you do any research in regards to your books?
We had the Google, so we had to have that.
Yeah, I'd say there's your hard sci-fi and your soft sci-fi. So ours is definitely on the softer side, where it's more the action and adventure than that. But our editor, her name's Christine Nielsen, great editor. We met her down at the Life, the Universe, and Everything conference. She wrote a really good book about how to write good battle scenes. So a lot of our close-up battles, when you're talking guns and blades and some things like that, either fighting some aliens or fighting other enemies, we tried to get some good tips from her. She writes excellent battle scenes, so she did a lot of our editing and making sure that they flowed well and that they were realistic. So definitely did some research on that. Going to book conventions has been one of our favorite part. There's some really great conventions here out in the Salt Lake area that we go to. LTUE, there's one called the Writers Cantina. So really just talking with other authors, having good beta readers that are also writers, a lot of things like that. So just having a good community of writers really helped us be successful. Because like we said, 6 years ago, this was an idea. We had, all our childhood ideas and dreams, and we both had dozens of notebooks and all sorts of things. And it's really just been a journey in the past 6 years that we were able to finally put it all together. And once we got one done, we really kind of got over that hump. We've been able to be really productive and be able to just pump out a lot more. So writers conventions have just been absolutely lifesaver for us.
Bottom line is, you guys have given out a fair amount of pro tips on how to approach this, which our fans are many of them also dabble with the writing. Many of them are authors themselves. So this kind of insights that you're giving are definitely appreciated. However, I didn't really hear too much about, sci-fi comic book conventions. How does that play into what you guys are doing?
Well, we are just kind of getting started on this game. So we're looking at going to FanX here in Salt Lake. I think it's in September.
Yep, the weekend of September 28th, 29th. That's the big Comic-Con here in Salt Lake is FanX. Our book will be there in the traveling bookstore is where we're going to be selling when we mention. But yeah, it's definitely the way to go in conventions as well. And that one's a big one for us here in Salt Lake is FanX. They bring in lots of good guests, excellent guests.
Yeah. And our fellow authors we need to talk with them more about ones they visited and maybe follow along with them. But so, I don't know, we're still dipping our toe in that water right now.
All right. So then one of the classic IFB questions that we always pose to the authors is this: if you were to get the opportunity, what will you jump on? Would it be a graphic novel? Would it be right to animated movie? Would you like to see this as a limited show on one of the streaming services, or would you say, I see this as a motion picture? What if you had a choice to pick which one to start with? What would you do?
I've heard a lot of people say that it would make it a good video game, but I think I'd choose a mini series just to give it enough time to really do justice to it. But I wouldn't be opposed to a movie.
Yeah, I agree. Streaming, right? Like so much content's out there in that 6 to 8 to 10 series out there that I definitely when I read this and the feedback I've got from people is that it fits that format really, really well.
Cool. Very cool. But do you see the possibility of doing a graphic novel? Would that be something that you're interested in any way?
Yeah, we grew up on that stuff. Absolutely. This guy's got an enormous comic book collection. So yeah, it definitely fits into that as well. The way that we wrote it, I feel like our battle scenes, the descriptions of the aliens, the description of our characters, very, very graphic. Definitely fits that medium as well. Yeah.
That is so cool. Guys. Oh, you know what? I have a personal question. Then, you're in Ilios. The character. One of your main characters, if not the main character, she's disgraced and expelled from a prestigious military academy. How do you get that? Where does that come from?
So I'll answer this one. A lot of our story, we think it's kind of this idea of everyone's journey for reconciliation, right? So her father's a great warrior, her brothers are great warriors, and when you don't get to follow your dreams like the rest of your family does, and there's that bit of that fracture in a family, that's where a lot of that conflict comes for her, and she's just fighting for her own respect and then reconciliation. So when she meets Devin, the other character, they kind of form this unlikely family, right? That they go through all these things together, build their own group, build their own team, kind of this idea. But I really think it kind of harkens back to this idea that, everyone's looking for a bit of this finding out who you are and then finding this reconciliation back to your roots. So that's where the disgrace part comes from, right? Because we all take that step outside from when we're a youth to when we're an adult, and then how do you find yourself? And then I think a lot of people are looking for how do you try to go back to your roots. And that was, like this was for a lot of us, on this story, at least for the two of us, it was an idea we had when we were kids, and now we're bringing it back to what we're, who we are as adults. And so a lot of the themes in it are a lot of that, right? Like, what do you go through as you're changing from a kid to an adult? And hopefully it's one of those universal themes that when people read, they connect with.
But why a military academy and not just dropping out of university?
We needed somebody to kick some butt. I grew up with 5 sisters. He grew up with 3 sisters. We've been around women that kick butt our entire lives. So we flipped the script a little bit, right? We're a couple nerds. So the guy in the book's a nerd. And we got a strong, powerful woman that goes around and kicks down doors and shoots aliens in the face for this guy. They make a really unlikely combination. So we made her the butt kicker and him the brains of the operation.
And in this world, there is a big alien problem. So we figured they have to have warriors, and they've got to have a place to train them. So that's where we had her be. That's her tradition. That's her family. So, and what would hurt most? You take that away. So,
perfect, excellent. Well, thank you. That was so you guys covered that. I appreciate that. We want to make sure that all the fans that are watching now and that watch later know that your work, right, the novels that we're talking about, are available on Amazon, and there's Kindle editions, there's paperbacks. You guys said that there is in the future, there's going to be audio, which we're looking forward to as well. Yeah. And then of course you're in the process somewhere. You mentioned working the prequels. So there hopefully will be in the near future more works coming out that are related to this, and then the conventions. Hopefully, eventually you'll make your way to some of the conventions that we might, so that we would love to catch up with you. And the other thing is that we want you guys to come back as soon as you have. Anything else to announce? You guys are either getting ready or just released, whatever it may be, whether it be the audio or whatever.
New ones,
yeah. You definitely got to come back so that we can be a part of that. We'd love to help get the word out.
We'd love to come back. We appreciate it. Yeah. They can track us down on Facebook on our author page, JJ Crahill. We'll be at FanX here in Salt Lake in September. Dragon Con is on our list. We need to get out there. We've got some other authors here in Salt Lake that have been out there. We need to get out there and love to meet up with you guys. And we'd love to come back on the show when we get more. Yeah, this has been great. This is super entertaining. We loved it. Thank you.
It's our pleasure. And then once again, I think it's important that, I always tell everybody, it's important that you're writing the stories down. You can keep them in your mind, or you can keep them in a notebook or something like that. But if you don't put them out there on the web or put them out there as a publication, even if, maybe, let's say 10 people buy the book, but at least the book is out there. The information is out there. It's always going to be there. It's never going away. It's got its own congressional ISBN number that's never going to go away. And it's an accomplishment whether you feel successful or not, but you are successful when you actually put something out like that. You are for other people to read about and live in, just like all the other shows that we just talked about, the Battlestar Galactica, the Star Wars, everything else. Those are all stories that started out somewhere.
Yep.
Those are all stories that started in somebody's head, or a couple of people got together and talked about it and say, hey, that would make a great movie. If you do have something like that out there, if you're like, hey, that would make a great movie, write it down, put it somewhere, send it out, put a PDF somewhere, throw it on Facebook, do something with it. Let somebody else live in that world with you. That's the most important thing I think you can do. And even if it never makes a movie, if it never makes a comic book, it never makes anything else, write it down so future generations have something to read.
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. That's exactly the way we feel. 6 years ago, we had nothing but ideas, and now we've got a bunch out there. So
that's great.
Yeah,
that's
creating,
fantastic.
It's awesome, right? Like it brings you that value in and of itself. So yeah, if there's anybody that's listening, do it. Just go out there and do it.
Yeah, just like a Nike commercial.
Absolutely. Dreaming Machines is on with us. Teresita is on with us. Thank you guys
for joining us. That came in.
Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, Bert Oliver Bomer says, great interview, and thanks, J&J. So thank you for putting that up there, Bert. Appreciate your comments. And everybody else that are watching. Guys, all the best. And please keep us in mind when, like I said, the next part of this accomplishment comes out. We want to have you back.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
This has been excellent. Appreciate your time.
You, because fans feel the fleet.
Cheers, guys.
Right.
Awesome. Right? We talk about how we want to, push the envelope. We want to make sure that we can get, like you were saying, Chris, which we've said a lot over the last 4 years, is get it out.
Yeah, we've done it. We've done it ourselves. Like, hey, that'd be a great movie, and we never did it until recently. Hey, we'd be great to do something, and then we finally get off your butt and do something with it. So we've done a couple of things now, and it's only the beginning. I think we're going to do a whole lot more. As long as we got time left on the earth, we're going to keep doing stuff, I think.
I think so too. And here's one of them, major accomplishment that we have. And it's the unofficial and unauthorized from BBV. That's the BBV Productions. That's our publisher. And thanks to, of course, Dr. Chris McCauley, who is at the forefront, our exec producer. We have the Ultimate Battlestar Galactica quiz book, and there's two covers. This, of course, the classic cover. There is the other with the new version, the reimagined Battlestar book, and it's the insides are the same. It's a variant cover. We cover both the original and the new with trivia, and then we have a special section dedicated to Cassiopeia, since Lorette Spang is involved with writing the introduction for the unofficial quiz book that we have up. And of course, the one that you just saw, if you purchase it now, you're getting the enhanced version. We went in.
I just made sure of that too.
Yeah, and so I wanted to share this.
Okay, closer with that because it's too small and it's old.
Yeah, it is. That's right. I just want to see if I can, work around.
One of the quiz
glare,
questions is on top there.
Yep. And so,
the spider car. That's what we need.
Yeah. Did you? Did you have one of those?
No.
My son was like, "Who the heck got that?"
I got one of the. Do you remember the hovercrafts you got from some of the
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it was a little battery operated thing with the that had a wire that went out that spun the propeller on the inside. It wasn't really remote, but it sure was a lot of fun. I beat the snot out of that thing.
That's awesome. Rob Baum is with us, our unofficial fact checker. Rob, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. And Rob says, are you going to drop a larger version on someone's head like that Batman episode? I had a couple of these made so that we can take them with us when we do go to conventions where we have a booth or a table. I know Awesome Con has been very good to us, and we've gotten a booth.
Hopefully they'll help us out this year again. They just started selling tickets. I got to reach back out and get press passes.
Yep. We also went to the micro convention at in Long Island, New York. Chris, we came up. It was for cerebral palsy
and lots of money for cerebral palsy.
Yep, it was hosted by the Empire City Garrison, the 501, and Chris Fian was one of the best hosts that we've had. In our run here at IFB at an event, and it was fantastic. We helped out, and we had such a good time. We had a table. We were all set up there, and panels. We've done panels at multiple conventions now, and so we figured it'd be nice to have the book cover of.
I can't wait till we can have the movie on there, but we can't send that out yet either, till we get done with all of the editing, and then of course we have to get done with all of the places we're sending out for awards. So
yes, the festivals. So yeah, we're gearing up. We have many more film festivals that we sent out the trailer to, and we've been getting very, very good feedback. We've been winning. We're involved now. We've been selected we've been selected, and in some cases where there is competition, we have gotten pretty far in some of the trailer competitions, and some of these festivals are not specific to sci-fi. They're just generic film festivals that have a category for sci-fi, and they have a category for trailers. So we went ahead and we submitted it to multiple around the world, and we've been getting we've actually been included. We've won awards now, so that's a testament to the amount of love that we put into this, the effort that we put into this, and thank you, Shane. Shane is on with us. Thank you very much.
Fran's got some news there.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Where is Fran? Shameless self-promotion. I finally finished the BSG novel I promised you guys to write 2 years ago on Archive of Our Own, the game by Excellent. Oh, well, congratulations, Fran. I'm glad. Thank you for putting that up here and sharing that on IFB. We have to have you come on, Fran, so that we can discuss this. We want to talk about it in detail. It will be fantastic. We're going to have, as a matter of fact, Fran.
Actually, print it out and bring it to Dragon Con. We'll do an interview down there.
That would be great. Also, you guys, R.D. Moreno, that is amazing. You should be very proud. Thank you for joining us live, you guys. Much appreciated. We also need to then mention that on September 17th, we're going to have an IFB 3-hour marathon.
It's going to be amazing.
It is. I am
3
very,
hours?
very...
Are we going for 12?
3 hours. So, you can't handle, kid. You can't handle 12.
I've got plenty of coffee. I'm good. I'm going to handle... I'm ready to go.
Surprise face. Surprise face.
I'm surprise face. Fueled up on Tylium in here, buddy.
Guy, give us the surprise face.
We're going.
So, yeah.
12 hours. Non-stop.
I am so
no bathroom
psyched.
breaks.
You got to wear adult diapers, man. You'll be fine. So I am psyched to tell you that we got confirmation today that Eric Larson will be with us on September 17th. And he'll join us as he does every year for the anniversary of the release of the original Battlestar Galactica 1978. And so he'll be here with that. And we're going to do, of course, we do trivia every year on September 17th. So he's coming on. Chris, who else do we have?
we have confirmation from Jack Stauffer, who will be joining us.
Lieutenant Bojay is going to be on.
He'll be
Excellent.
joining us. As a matter of fact, he probably can be joining us on a couple of more episodes. He's anxious to get back out to the fans and talk to them. So,
Oh, that is
I
so
talked to him
cool.
for
So,
about an hour and a half the other day. So I got to get back out there and talk to them
that's
some more. But
great.
hopefully.
Great news.
And who else?
and-
but
There might be some others.
wait, there's more.
Oh. Oh.
Lorette is promised to come as well.
Ah.
So we have Lorette Spang, Bojay, and the infamous purveyor of the Larson family, Eric.
Yes, Eric. So we have an all-star Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, see if
mini
we can get
reunion.
somebody else on. I'm trying.
Yeah, we're trying. We're trying to
Trying
get
for a couple
we,
more,
we
but
might.
we'll see.
We might. And so there's things happening, guys. We're very, very proud to be paragons of Battlestar Galactica, with you guys in mind, of course, because fans fuel the fleet, and we want to show that we are capable, right? We are worthy of doing these things that we are, and we're keeping it going. So September 17th. We will be going on the air. Tipsy, did we decide on the time
I
yet?
gave you a couple times to make sure it was okay
Yeah.
with Eric. So did Eric give
Yeah,
you?
Eric says he's good, so
For both
he'll
times?
be getting me. Yeah. I told him that we'd have him on for if he could give us a half hour. He said yes.
Okay.
So I can
Okay.
double check.
Yeah, just find out what
After-
times we got, so we got
Yeah.
to start lining everybody up.
Yes, exactly. So that's happening, and so I'm stoked about that. So September 17th, guys, we will be putting it up early. So don't fret. We just want to confirm. We want to make sure that if we have multiple stars coming on, I invite Superfan Fran to stop in.
Yep.
I'm inviting Professor Patton if you're available. Dr. Chris McCauley is available. He will be stopping in. So stay tuned for more invites.
I will be
we
one
wanna-
button pushing.
So we're going to have, we've done this before. We've done it before. We invite you guys to come on.
Yeah,
for
but
a
it was
few
longer
minutes or
before.
so.
Now you gave me down to 3 hours. I think it was like 6
3
hours last time.
3
It was
hours.
6 hours last time.
Yep, we're doing a
6
3-hour
hours.
with the stars, and then we'll sprinkle in some of our usual suspects, and we're gonna have a really, really good time to celebrate our fifth year. We'll be going into season 5 of IFB Interfleet Broadcasting, and by then we should have more announcements on the status of the trailer, the new poster. We'll give you an update on the rough cut. Tell you how the rough cut's moving along. I know that there's music involved, and there is special effects, CG, and the like. So that's going well.
I'm getting ready
and
is Chuck on tonight? I didn't see that.
yeah, Chuck is on.
All right, I'm getting ready to since we cut it all, I'm getting ready to send all of the cut scenes, not the full things that we were trying to do, but the cut scenes over to him, see if he wants to do the green screen stuff. But
Oh, fantastic. We just got confirmation from Professor Patton. Definitely am available. Would love to be on again. So
Cool.
Thank you, Professor Patton. He's coming on. Appreciate that
Fran,
very,
you don't have
very
to.
much.
It's 99 pages. You don't have to print it out. You can just read it to me. That's an audio. As an audio book, I'll record it.
There's an app for that, my friend. Just get the app.
Give
If
me
you
the
get the
PDF, and
PDF,
all audio.
Yeah.
You hit the audio
Yeah.
button on it.
yeah, exactly. You'll have some
This
voice.
is welcome to the new book.
And then you hit it again, and it'll do it quicker. So stop. Don't
Yeah.
be a baby about this.
and it'll start reading it in Spanish
Fast.
and everything else. So.
Excellent. So look, we have a lot of great things happening. So we are very, very grateful for all of you out there. We're grateful for our executive producer, Dr. Chris McCauley, who in his own right has some really, really cool things going on, working with tremendous franchises that we all love, that he is the only one that can tell us details. That's all I can say. But he's He's got stuff being put out, published, games, right? We had Match 3 game that
Yep.
you're
I've
actually
been playing with it.
Chris. Yeah.
I'm on.
So-
I have to get to level 30 so I can get to the Stokerverse.
So you can unlock, yes, the
I forget where
Stokerverse.
I'm
And
at.
that's the secret. So that's the one thing that we didn't know prior. So once you get into the game, you have to play it to level. Once you get to 30, it unlocks the Stokerverse, and then
Okay.
you can play the actual. Yeah, there it is. Ooh, Storington. So once you get to the store, you got to get into Storington, and then you get to level 30. You then unlock the Stokerverse, which is a major, major accomplishment. But like I said, Dr. McCauley's got a whole slew of other things that have been greenlit, and then some. There it is. Wow, look at that. That's incredible. So cool. So cool. Yeah. So and you know, we again
So if
we're
any of you
blessed
guys are
that-
fans of Candy Crush, it's similar.
Mhm. That's great. So guys,
Turn it off.
listen, don't forget
There it is.
that we now have an affiliation with the coffee company, right? Merlin.
Merlin's Munchies.
And yeah, they have all kinds of cool. So I went for just the regular, right? So I got this one. This is the medium roast. It's the Colombian single, and I also got the French roast. So I got a bag
got
of each.
What was it? 10. I got 10 different, 10, 11, 12
Yeah.
different flavors.
Two packs of the 5 and 5, I think, the
Yeah.
variety packs.
I got 12 different
So-
flavors, and one of
For-
the big ones is amazing. I can't. Hang on, Pete, look at the big. Get the big one.
There it is.
All right, everybody.
If that's what if you want to get, just remember, use this as your link when you're
it
purchasing.
costs you the same, but it actually kicks back to us a little bit, so we
Yeah.
can afford to. Oh man, I got to re up the
Yeah.
quiz thing. So that's
Yeah,
$300.
Yep.
So,
you know,
every
all-
bit comes back into the broadcast.
yeah,
We're not blocking any of it. We're not going to.
no,
you
it's
know,
just
we're not going
operating
partying with
costs.
it or anything like that. It's definitely operating costs that you
Operating
don't really
costs.
realize.
It helps.
You know,
It helps.
we're paid for emails and everything. So
Yeah,
there's
there's
a lot. The lot
There's
goes
a
in
lot.
here. We do it as an act of love. If you want to give back, that's great. If not,
Yeah.
that's fine too. We're gonna still be here,
Yeah.
but no matter what.
We're gonna still be here no
Um,
matter what. But it's just a nice thing. Chuck just gave us the smiley with the sunglasses. So he's on. All right, cool. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for supporting. I hope you're as psyched and excited as I am with all the news. Please keep your eyes out for social media. We are very much linked to Facebook. We also have YouTube. We do have an Instagram page that we don't do as much as maybe we should.
And then X is kind of. We
yeah,
were
it's
broadcasting on X, but now they want money, so
So we're out. We're not going to spend money on that.
Thing.
Yeah, we're not
Not
doing
enough
that.
people for that
No.
on
But
X. I
we-
mean, there's plenty of people,
so-
but just not enough people on X.
Yeah. So we still. I
So,
think
and,
we
but
still
also,
do
it's a
Twitch.
good point to point out is if something happens like it did the other night
Yep.
when we
Yep.
were broadcasting the artist and he I forget the name. I'm sorry, but we were broadcasting his stuff and Universal or did a copyright claim and shut us down on Facebook. There's always a possibility of going over to YouTube, and then of
Yeah.
course we fought that. And then we got back
Cleared
on,
it.
but that doesn't help
Yep.
us any for the live broadcast because they shut down the live broadcast. It was still there, it was still recorded, but they wouldn't release it until we showed them that, or we told them that we were fair use. So that didn't.
Yes, Mr. Burrell, and
Yep.
it was the Umbrella Academy. He
Yeah.
was the executive producer of season 4.
And it's happened to us before too.
Yeah,
It
he's-
happened to
yes.
us with the thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
And it was cleared. Right? I mean, they have some kind of algorithm, and
Yeah.
it
Silence.
clicked in. Yeah, and
love
so
those
guys, right? It
If it
cleared
does
itself
happen,
up.
you can always go over to YouTube,
Go to YouTube, and
or
we're
if
there.
it happens on
That's the
YouTube, you can always come over to Facebook.
come over here. Yeah. So thank you very, very much for tuning in, everybody. We are humbled. Thank you. We are fans like you are, and fans fuel the fleet. keep the faith, as Richard Hatch would say. And September 17th is the anniversary of the release of the original 1978 Battlestar Galactica, and it's when we begin our next season.
Yep.
It
We started
is-
on the date. We started on that date, and
That's right.
I think it was
That's-
a 15-minute broadcast on our very first time.
It is
15 or 30,
insane.
I think so. And now we
Yep.
are, we're back up to. We sit there and
Yeah.
we're up to 2 hours usually. So
Oh,
We'll keep you busy.
so what are we doing real quick before we sign off, Chris? Next week, you'll be at Dragon Con on Thursday.
Thursday.
So will you be broadcasting a live, or what do you think you're going to do?
I don't know if we'll have enough. There is never enough internet at the Dragon Con. So
All right, so
Um,
we may end up doing just a short special. I'll just come on.
Yeah,
I
I might be able to.
on.
I
and
can
yeah.
probably broadcast. I can't run this from
Right.
there.
Yeah,
Not this. From
Yeah.
There. I might be
All
able
right,
to get on my cell
maybe I
phone.
can pull you on. I'll
Yeah.
pull you on, and we'll do a short segment.
We'll do a show. It's no big deal.
Okay,
Yeah, we can do it.
we're doing a show, guys.
Yeah.
Except we're going to do it on StreamYard. We're doing it next Thursday. You'll be on location live at Dragon Con. I will be live in my studio here in New York City, and we're going to be doing a show like
Yeah.
we usually do. Love you
And I'll
guys.
try to run around Dragon. I mean, Thursday's not a big day, but that's the day you get your tickets and everything else and run around. And
Yeah.
Thursday is the new Friday, is what they say down there. So Thursday is we get there Wednesday, and then Thursday's the new Friday, and then it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. They just keep expanding it. Some people are there Wednesday and started partying then. So
Wow, that's
I think
crazy.
nothing officially starts until Thursday.
That's crazy.
Night.
All right. Well, there you go, guys.
There it is.
Fans Feel the Fleet. All the best.
I'll
Thanks
take
for
care,
tuning in.
Stay safe and keep imagining things. Thanks for the fleet.
See you next time.
Woo, I'm jazzed up on coffee.
Love it. We're all fueled up.
Fans feel the fleet. Merlin
Merlin.
Coffee Company.